Prof, yeah. Na open to say. Sorry for disturbing your early morning sleep. Aha. We are so sorry. Prof, how long have you been living in Kumasi?
I've lived here for about I think 30 years, but continuously for about 25 years.
Wow.
Yes.
What brought you to Kumasi? Yeah, is it school?
Not really.
Not really, eh?
Marriage.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Marriage brought you here.
Yes.
Okay, so Obedru had now that time still not a lecturer. Obey now, obey a lecturer.
Debbie.
Okay.
Me buy as a student, but no my worry.
Oh, so when you were in school, you were married?
Second degree.
Okay, second degree.
Second degree.
Okay, at K University.
Yes.
Oh, okay. What course did you do?
Where should I start from?
I don't know whether you start from the first degree and then you graduate to professorship.
Okay, first degree, I did it in UCC.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I did social studies and specialized in geography.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Then I did my second degree in KNUST.
Okay.
Department of Planning.
Okay.
I did Development Policy and Planning.
Okay.
Then after that, and then I joined the university and continued with my studies. And so I did my PhD on the same campus.
Okay.
And then I did some short courses here and there.
Okay.
And then, so I was employed, and then I rose through the ranks to become an associate professor. Okay,
so now, maybe correct me. From lecturer to senior lecturer, if you are associate professor or full professor, then, and you still lecture, so can we say you are still a senior lecturer, or how do we then refer you to?
You see, it's a rank.
Yeah.
We have the academic one, where the PhD is the terminal degree.
Okay.
So then you are called by that title.
Okay.
Doctor. But then we have the rank. So from senior lecturer, you apply for promotion.
Okay.
And then you are promoted to the rank of an associate professor. And then after a period, you also apply. And then you are promoted to the rank of a full professor, and then from there, I think you move on.
Okay.
For that one, those ones you don't really apply.
Okay.
Like my professor emeritus professor, and all those people.
Okay. Okay. We talk. Then he explained to us the difference between emeritus professor and professor emeritus. He says the Americans would love to say emeritus professor, no, professor emeritus, but he believed that the British emeritus professor, just as we say associate professor, so it has to conform with that same arrangement. Now, Prof, Oba Kumasi, the very first one be a Oba Kumasi, then Nanti Kumasi. No, how was Kumasi at that time?
I'm saying that time no, not Kumasi here as congested as it looks now.
Yeah.
Me back Kumasi no. In fact, my first time back Kumasi no. Yeah, but now Sokoromampo.
Okay.
Now we share between Sokoromampo and the KNUST. Vegetation and I'm a phobia, I'm saying, come on, careful, me phobia. Now I die in hobby bree. I said, be nominous, but nominate. And if you quite suffer crana, na hono bumpy so be brisa.
Yeah.
But I'm so over the years no. All these green spaces near Adini Echo. Makumasa built up and it looks congested.
Yeah. So who's the first now is Kumasi is the garden city. Can we still claim that title today?
So that title need to a large extent Echo especially when it comes to the CBD put their own expertise very so much green.
Yeah.
But then most part of Kumasi, that concept, a Kobebre.
Okay.
The garden city concept, it looked basically at Benimso Unim. The mixed land use, residential, agricultural, industrial, combining rural urban land use to enhance the socio-economic well-being and to promote sustainability of settlements.
Okay.
And I will say, in such a way, say, Ebenezer Howard, the British urban plan, the concept by a new DNA, say, at least communities around the CBD.
Yeah.
He thinks to say, at least there must be some green belts.
Okay.
And there must be greens within the settlements, so that at least we have fresh air. And now, in geography, some catches some background cacao. So, we say, fishes in Niawa, and also promote what humid, so it enhances humidity.
Yeah.
And even some people believe say induce rainfall nearly.
Yeah.
And my own chromium.
Okay.
Nearly.
Okay.
But all these things have gone because of what increase in population. Of course, come and buy Kumasi, not Kumasi population, and so to send it.
Yeah. Yeah.
My father said, tell them, maybe now have continuous, maybe 93, but you to by, but continuously from 2000, based in there. So population has some baby. I think 2000, we Ghana statistical service figures now. Kumasi's population was just a little over, I think 1 million or so. But currently it's over 3 million.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Panuso about Dawson. Nani Panuso about Dawson. 7 young Hina sooner, it was Katasasi.
Yeah.
The baby and the Pano, first of all, we can try. Okay. Let's no be and can for some time. Now, not fed or honor permanent, not or Sahono.
Yeah.
Not done it than in him. As any money and go according to the scheme.
Okay.
Okay. It's a Krobia scheme. Kumasi especially, it was a well-planned city.
Yeah.
But zoning scheme ne honka can be akofom.
No, Prof. You mentioned Ebenezer Howard, a model of the Garden City. Yeah. I think that was 1897. Later, and Maxwell Fry and Yen also came to Kumasi to implement that Garden City model. Now, yet we maintaining. At least we had a blueprint that say we implement it. So to me, straightly ediswa and Kumasi so could be the Garden City because now we have plan now the outer ring road, the inner ring roads, and in between the CBD and the first ring road, you see parks, vegetation, cover, and all that. If we could have maintained sa model, Castle Kumasi could be called the Garden City.
Yes, Kumasi would have been one of the most beautiful cities in Africa.
Yeah.
And even the world. Because, Kumasi, because of its geographical location, they were forest belt.
Yeah.
Some people are even saying we are within the transition zone, which I sometimes disagree, Kakra. Okay. But who says, yeah, Koso, and Kumasi, ebe to us when you said, Ebinum so out the view say, Nanipane Dawson, Sandy passes what Nasa says, and think that green. That Garden City concept, is a thing of the past. And now by Garden City, we brand Nipa any baby Nipa Kumasi so is also known as a commercial city.
Yeah.
Wow. And I send Nipa CC stores, I send Nipa deep dry, I send Nipa yesi. But maybe if it's a course, and can be 100% impo, 70, 80, at least some. Reasonable percentage, proportional, more in line with the Garden City concept. Also, I call around this year now. Currently, we are talking about Green City.
SDG 11, exactly.
Green City.
Yeah, sustainable green.
What's your Green City concept? Now, we are Garden City. It's the same thing.
And
the same thing. Yeah. It's kwaba.
Yeah.
The same way you see climate change. So I own him. They be a diania. Niano cry, I said, I don't know. I
me about
politicize say there some policy EBA, but you do and
yeah.
Because nipa ni diana nipa ni so nimra ne so a wo dwureguno.
Yeah.
Let us say car na ebo.
Now when we talk about like proper planning, I know KNUSC and the KMA or memorandum of understanding bill where they have to implement some of your research works and all that. Are you saying that weak regulations and sometimes when you drive through rich areas and you see that all the trees have been pulled down and we are building structures and communities that they are building, you don't see they have taken into consideration maybe trees and gardens, or you see that purely concrete and the floor will be tied with concrete blocks. So Tokrana, I don't know how the earth can retain water. So that is actually contributing to flooding almost everywhere. Kumasi, now entire entity flooding big crowd today. Stop by 30 minutes. The CBD floods and all that. Is it proper planning or say purely weak regulations?
Planning it there.
Okay.
Emrano so. Emrano cry from time to time to become. So we share a Land Use and Special Planning Act here, 2016, Act 925 here. Almost barely out how we should use the land. Like committees, at the district level, you will LUPSA, you will at the district level so you will SPC or microphone as a district special planning committee. Almost all the heads, this MC for Nedano, and almost all the heads. All the heads of the various departments and so account. And then back for you and your planner, maybe a fiscal plan and Kwana, so. And then development plan and so. EPA boss, also. Obia also works engineer also. Obia also. And so baby asking no. Because their hands may know Yamita for Yajma district. Now no didn't come out. But enforcement I ask them. Because sometimes my enforcement their hands are tied by bigger hands. What can but those at the top. And should be more concerned. Say, this is what we have to do. Because in the long run, maybe me I'm at the top of the crowd, I'll be the final beneficiary. But why water room and I all say no, I from her phone. So you give them also the leverage to do other things without your supervision. That is, we need what we call political will. Okay. Political will interest is limited to politicians. Okay. But to be our position of influence has to get some will. Okay. To back law enforcement. Sa a penama out of back law enforcement dema technocrats. Okay. Okay. Make I say make baby. Na you may be into near Koko districts. Some of the fiscal planners and others were sharing their experiences. And I even cried, said the Dan Mikano, GIP, Ghana Institute of Planning. Almost my yes, I research crana. Now, Uno didn't come out. Do you can say, Emrani dear woho, a kama. But so we implement here. Then you have to be prepared for some shakeups in your personal life. Tan Walker. So we are the baby. Wow, person we are there. Yes, was some heading. What had dream? Not paying movie from. My cancer baby cried there. The person told me, say, to the sense of honor, big person be friend. Say, Matissa will see my development ABCD in Kosoa. Nanny scheme him. Now, over a room had a me. Now, on the way.
I see.
So, not just that the person felt threatened. Sometimes their families are even threatened. They are threatened with transfers and everything. Because if you're paying Nankasana on any edgemano, one do Nyan Cabe, Mran by edgema, but paying no so dine paying be.
Yeah.
Paying be no so dine another paying be. Oh, Ghana.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are cultural issues. Oh, me paying the Saudi of Womano, Mr. Paying Biasi, Paying a fra, which mean country near the Sani Manimano, MY. It is a home rasemra.
Okay.
Ne who say a bibia a beboa. Say this one a beboa.
Okay. Okay.
Not say you sumrana as even tools for development.
Now, Prof, people, a bit so I can say, I'm saying, baby, school, probably a water. School, I was so, I will crew now. School, I was no. People, you say Oxford. If you go to Oxford, the city that which could see say everything is organized. If you go to Harvard, a research week near they try it. The city Harvard now. You could see say never be high. By a day, KNU is the planning department. May I sure say there's a suburb in Kumasi or being used as a case study in terms of planning and that. What happened? How come KNUSC ain't mean Yansusobia? Kumasi see KNUSC is bordered, say, Aidias. And if you look at Aidias, immediately I overturn the 2-4 Adinam, you could see, say, clearly there's a disparity, which is so wide. And wow, how come even Aidias, KNUSC cannot have influence on Aidias?
Oh, no, known to me in Canada, so KNUSC to some extent, you contribute over a planning department. I feel the students in the KMA is even overstudied. Yes, the department, yes, almost down to the communities, to individuals, then to or the same offices. No. Yeah, even first year square domoba, final year for a domoba. Yeah, but in different ways to study the city, make recommendations about more plan preparation, medium-term development plan. Some of us help contribute personally. Me, I think the plan now where you say I was there. Yeah, boy. I didn't go there to look for money and everything, but personally. They came to see our bosses, and our bosses recommend they say, "Young Konkoboa, so." But what boy we know? At the end of the day, no plans are not limited to documents.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
exactly.
They must be implemented within special units.
Yeah.
Now that special unit, no, so right. I want stakeholders.
Yeah, that's true.
It is microphone no any year your academia no anya adwen e ma ya nhwe said e betum pon ana e be koye nim ye be correct certain things e be yedin ideas dey are working. Can you see being close to ideas even kote bombs na dey we contribute in so many ways.
Okay.
As departments, as faculties, as halls. Because me say go in this hall. Because me be more clinic no. You can renovate here.
Okay.
And I handed it over to them. I'm running now like congestion here. Yes. But trotro run why and say hona ubenyadom. Well nam campus the well peer ya na wajina ho. Okay, we don't have administrative jurisdiction over that place.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the end to me because a university, drivers. You know, I mean, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Do you, as a planner, and you drive around? Is it Udam Kumasia? Are you happy? Because sometimes the Unam KNUST as campus. Now Nam Honda who the greeny and then Emma Adrian Crano Eba from. Unam Kumasia, are you sometimes worried the type of development I Ekosuni? Personally, are you worried? Very worried. So the Okan, who says, Ushake and USC Crana, who say Garden City concept in the That's why it is. I wonder what that's the model. Into 19 years here. Ukoke and USC, and Yamunum, and Dancing Esiafra. We have not really destroyed the landscape. The natural environment persists. And then and I will pay free care and USC. A different thing. I'm worried because Sawosha. Who said Nancy Sawofa, if I say, a fine for your way, yeah, a BC main road, yeah, I who's a fine for your way. They be a drew an amiraho. They be a drew, I say, Makuma, yeah, because a quino one is either the community didn't want it, or they think they don't need it, or they think it's an intrusion, yeah, because we kono. And papa, me sorry, I want me fa a back room. Most of the time. And papa no bedroom no. Gata na wo hono. And obi aya na di obi pesigum. Obi yesi. Obi yesi. Obi abak akwana musa. First of all, mo ya kwan no kra no. Pedestrian walkway bia ni ho. No. Omo minim so mo nya kukudro clear some of the stretches to pave way for that. Sa kwan kra na obi ti ho eno aduane tom. Obi ti ho Oba abona Emribina special development, special dimensions of development, master's student. Now I'm saying no, yanko ekrum. Special dimensions of development there. And your classroom ko, mommy yanko krum. And yes, and yanfa abo that line. Yeah. Niumuramu niye development said the akoso. Likely one of my students was from that area. To me the rakon. Na me fa ho but na minim say niema atisa ka kwemu pa no bi aduane na college na ho bobol just extension say adan original adan ho and na say it's more or less also a big migrant community intimation so bi ba no bet na onchen na ye ya no aye extension kakra ye di nua ye extension na be si ka kwan no kra na ya ye no ye di nua to so obi di dua to so and one and a duane. Obi dua to so and all ton adi. And funny why just imagine a copot sika kwema kai chem. Anything could happen. Yeah. And I won't so many places in Kumasi etisa. Since your cars no sutu a omofa be omope. Ka to me jina koino. On fan ho fanipa. O bon so aban kra na ida so be na ni ana but when you were growing up, it wasn't like that. No, not at all. Not at all. Until urbanization, who's so niana. And as a nipa nankasa na famra. Mimi who's a nipa nankasa so. I say, ya kwa bridge ye dimraso. Ye baga na dia ye mfahu. Is it that we are comfortable with the environment in which we live? Or we think, obi or her see a blaming for whatever we do? We should be responsible as individuals. Asemba, we are also quick. Sometimes sometimes you are quick to blame leadership. Yeah. But nipa nankasa no sono. Ono sono responsibility ni say. Yeah. Because much as we expect say aban beye bibia man. Yes, you are. There may be a say, about what you to say, and so a year, or they say, chapter 6 of the directive principles of state policy. I buy as a sum word, I buy as a so you see, I mean, Yemen in our home. But yes, you have a responsibility. The Constitution also spells it out. Rights and responsibilities. Yeah, there are rights and responsibilities. It doesn't work that way. Yes, there has been several theories. sustainability, we have compact city theory, new urbanization theory, and this and the money. Do you think that as Kumasi or as Ghana, you'll get there one day?
Some people think all hope is lost, but I don't think so. What can I say? Opening Honorable Kofi Juma by how by me. What can I say now? Or try so dear plants. I won't quite know at least change and I think it continue for some time. What happened? Maintaining. Yantumia Hoshi. Nipana Pobama You won't believe it. I was so shocked. Recently I was driving to my house and I'm ahead of cattle. Hey, Kumasi. What day so I used some roots.
That is even okay. And yes, so weird.
Wow.
Airport runabout. I can show you images of heads of cattle or more airport runabout.
What?
There, yeah. I have most of the photos there. It's so embarrassing.
Oh, now hope will be investor be serious minded investor, second city of Ghana. Now crack be.
Oh yeah.
Now Now wait, not Mrano him for the age man. And then if I know cattle nam hono. And you say be I had to say pamo mu.
Oh,
I've at least seen it twice. But I could cry the men on who say Mr. Kakrantino, me hone in time I'm 10 and I'm for another route. But the other one they say my boss. And it took a while. A chromo. Into then cattle no more ye. I will crum. And Marana and Nipano and I drink. So what is
anyway?
And no be answer and can if you into wire the open.
Prof senior high school Ukohi.
Pachame Conference Man Girls.
That's right.
Conference Man Girls.
Okay.
One of the best schools.
So, I know, no, I don't want you to give me the literature of that. That's why I mean, some cats is okay. Because if I leave here, I saw I catch him about Fasmano. So, quite apart from teaching, do you have time for other social activities like maybe listen to music or maybe playing tennis ball or something? What do you do apart from learning and teaching?
Oh, I do other things. Apart from learning and teaching, as you are saying, I listen to music, I watch movies.
What type of music?
Gospel.
Oh.
Gospel.
Where do you fellowship?
PIWC.
Oh, okay, so hallelujah, yeah.
So you understand.
But do you have a favorite gospel artist in Ghana?
Oh yes, Joe Metal.
Oh, okay.
And Dinah
Hamilton.
Yeah.
Okay. She's a Pentecost na hona.
Oh, Joe Friday, minimum sorry.
I don't know, but it's a charismatic, yeah.
Oh, I'm on the form.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
And I'm Muslim, no see loaded.
Okay. But how about sports?
Sports there, how dear, I said, Milan the whole crowd. When I was younger, no, now I said, me ball badminton, but anyway, time I'm young, so now Jaman's group now, I said, yes, support. But sports there, Milan.
Brass band music. Jama. Oh, I see.
Yeah, school there. Say I tell you going to other things.
Oh, I see. I see. But now you don't. Do you visit your school sometimes?
Oh yes. Hey,
okay.
There was at least my year group. We had an anniversary, and then we went there to donate and do things. We go there.
Okay. Prof, ususu say KBNK political interference. Every technocrats mojuma moya and Ghana, we wouldn't have a lot of problems, because if in terms of planning, at least your planning department over these years, what my name be brave or innovations, am I senye politics, and then could be more resources to implement a name of Bidima, and Accra will not be flooded, Kumasi will not be flooded.
That should have been the ideal thing.
Okay.
Ideally, no. Academic, no politics, no. It's just a frofra. Okay. We have something we call research and development.
Yeah.
Yeah, research now.
Yeah.
Why not nim?
Yeah.
Translating into products, other things, investments, development, and other things. So we are politically inclined.
Yeah.
Let's just say my political party by power. And the menyano akasa.
Yeah.
Menyano aye nimebi. Even when I say you are not even qualified to do it, cry ube jump on board, because maybe when you're title professor, and you know me political party about the maybe baby. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So we have to academic a obia or to be to about mobia. Fine. But when it comes to academic effect or impact of academia on development, on national development, nation building, and other things there, I don't think we should mix the two.
Has Accra been planned well?
Accra planned well. But as time goes on, many passes are planned. Accra planned well. Colonial time, they now say there about the future plans. Bibia na Accra no said they na ye kan Kumasi dey no. Nipa ne dosu na nipa no so bebre un say o kan migration, internal migration high obi ama ne bag so a wo konkran obi ama ne bag so ankran na people believe say ankran na akwa abako anim tam.
Yeah,
they get stuck up. Adenti say ne other municipalities na come home. Say say they were in Lucifer's village be.
Yeah.
And then people were surprised, people were talking about say but Lucifer's village where they back on the home. I am sure there could be a lot all over, even in Kumasi.
Yeah.
Me in Kumasi more patches have been here. Nipana ko expectations say be what I mean greener pastures here work ready. And fact
if you are about Yaaba,
I'm not in person maker. See, I'm research. Honest, asafu here been here.
Yeah.
What do they mean? Why are we surprised? Say, do you know na? Surprising, and I say, the omoya wo hono, the air costume. I was all over. Cassia, Chihuahua, everywhere. Unim. Some time ago, not yeah, work be a research be. And the Janipan Nami, and you copy. I know who's a community be. I said, I mean, it fitted the description of Lucifer's village. Yeah, I was scared, but because we were doing research, we had to. I was so surprised.
Yeah.
Red, yeah,
oh yeah.
That time, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, in the middle. Ashtown, in the middle of Ashtown, Tinkamu. Yeah. So as you do research, you also do research.
Thank you.
And it's amazing. Sometimes when you go, sometimes I'll go and spend some time, maybe 2 hours, just observing.
And no more, I want to cry in common back.
Yeah, they'll tell you.
Sometimes, what I used to do, and I say, may dress casually.
Yeah.
My market. Sometimes they don't even know what I do for a living.
Yeah.
They just don't know what they call. Ma, I give her now. Yeah, listen, you're teaching me. Send the intro. You're teaching me. So, ma, I say, I say, show me a teacher. Me and Kosu. They will give you information.
Yeah.
Sani many me a question. Islam, sini baby, I get to sini sani.
Yeah.
It is about now office. Now we are Juma. Now if you are not in touch with the grassroots, you get it wrong.
So do you also get worried? say adewe achire nkodaya nkodaya ni wie school ebe directors ebe special planners ebe say now near actual no sometimes when they come out they can implement them. I remember I brought the Kumasi special planner first name kano city planner
this is physical
then and at a point he himself he is frustrated. Problems. No, you're not here to tell me problems. You're here to tell me solutions. But the solutions now can you know? Utanamo we are nesi. Utanamo we are nesi. Utanamo we are jai. Jai. Then what do I do? When it happens twice, several, then you become frustrated.
Sana make an assassin. Mighty hands na doso. Maybe the DBH.
Oh. Am I away in terms of planning? In terms of planning.
In terms of planning. As I say hinayama ho kwanya ebe ye na say no kreni menka say planning is the best profession.
Yeah.
But see entie planning. Me and the planning run so ye be hu de ye hu. Na maybe worst version will come. But see this ne tie mrano ne tim rana say a ye be koyenim. I didn't in a country Sibia I make it. Na ye de bia ye koyenim ne abechi ye koyenim agbaja dance koyenim no abechi. I didn't ya.
If you look at place like London has a very big population. Okay, and me who where Sibia Accra is populated, Kumasi population, London population, Kumasi population, Kituebi. Oh, but they've been able to contain the number of people be on bow. Flood is sometimes a natural thing. It can, no matter the kind of plan that you have done, the structures are here now for, so you still can experience a planning. But Utibu say, Oko Omona, there's a conscious effort because of this green spaces, garden city model. Cities like Vancouver, Singapore, Helsinki, you could see there has been a deliberate and conscious effort to integrate urbanization and countryside to make the whole place nicer. Obey there, all our parks, you're saying from first now your maybe a Dogomoro Park, Way Park, Passing Gardens, and that's for here. We have converted all them to buildings and structures and all that. Still, you believe that there is hope?
There is hope. There is hope. I don't know, you don't believe it? I do believe there is hope. Because, said the Ekano, Ebia Achia, but a movie.
Yeah.
Nipano ya converted green space no. Obi o hade ne da ho se asase da. Ahemfo no kra bi no kra engine to mu say ana asase boy aye kosoro ye benya sika de aye mpuntu ese ada na say ja we to kwa.
We don't even appreciate understand.
Obi o ha want to say. Entin me fi say sometimes let's get down to the people.
Okay.
Do some kind of sensitization, education. And then when the states are preparing their medium-term development plans, they should also put it in budget for it. Sometimes you can, but there's no budget attached to it. And do monitoring and evaluation. Because said there be any poverty planning laws, the implications of going by it and the implications of not going by it.
Would you also suggest, say, Ebia, at the basic level, there should be some curriculum here, Emma, the importance of land usage, the importance of green spaces, the importance of rivers, streams, and this animal. in our cities? Is it possible that we can introduce some small so that we will grow with it to the point that because the answers are so and also it means that from infancy to that point, he doesn't even appreciate the essence of vegetation governance. So, would you advise that we can start from the kids and let them also know, say, whilst they are growing up, these are some of the values that can push the nation forward?
So, the first, now we have geography from the basic level. See, I can't be afraid of social studies. They are supposed to teach them about social studies.
Yeah.
Now, since you are soon at the Chireno, near the Siano, acquire rote learning beside.
Yeah.
Preparing towards examination. Preparing into Aqualano Crano, what Reno Crana, applying it to a real life situation on IED.
Yeah.
One on the say 2-point pass, or 2-point pass, or the next level, 2 point. Yeah, planning over first year. You will first year planning. Say you will workshop practical aspect of our program. Look and see. You will course be a topic be a bit cultural. Look and see. Okay. Look and see trim where they. So it quickens your observational skills, applying knowledge and so on. Just to study the environment and know exactly what is going on within the environment. Your mom particular special units.
Okay.
Development.
Yeah.
But sometimes development landscape fire, topography fire, the geographical features, the physical features within the environment fire. Obi sorry we see a dying as slope so. It's your time. Na a tree na would die kekra I thought for myself I told you so. And Okotakwa where I grew up.
Takwa Bogoso.
Where I grew up no. Okwa bepo and was ye chucha ye chucha obia chucha. Meanwhile no Takwa nankasa because of underground mining no.
Yeah.
Me PhD study some called the environment EPA officer they told me. And I was shocked and he showed me pictures. I said, hello. So to me from Abonto Hakuno me and Antia Consuta underground. I acquainted them.
Was it?
Now to me poi. And yes, ISCC. Tremor to everybody then the base.
Oh, then the whole place collapsed.
It never go straight.
Yeah. It's been a very engaging experience today with the doctor. Prof. Now, Prof, lastly, I think we have to be doing these engagements more often because sometimes even those who think they know, they don't know. Okay. Obu oha nifi enim na wakoto artificial grass na ewo ho. So now I ask you, say, you have a fertile ground, you top black soil, you can do that natural grass no. Why would you want to spend money and go and buy artificial turf now that best also green?
Na no okay. AstroTurf no. So first na me just AstroTurf no na for you. Sana artificial. That was the point.
I don't mean so
it means we are against the greens. What or might be more. Even Kwamudia vegetation or rooftop.
Yeah, Singapore, they do it.
Dubai.
Yeah.
Normally, they should Dubai, total desert.
Yeah.
If they've been able to come with this, Dubai, you took kind of call, yes, I see in there. Now you have nature might be climatic conditions perfect. I mean, topography, okay, water bodies, yes, no. Dear, why near to me manage here. Then high. How?
But I believe in your optimism.
Yeah.
Before that, I had this blind optimism. I think that it was just say it and please people, but I'm sure we will get there one day.
We should get there. We can't get there.
Thank you so much, Professor Theresa. Yeah. No, how do you say your name?
Theresa Yaaba. Ba Enum.
Okay.
But I have to add my Mrs.
I remember there was a program, the suspended Chief Justice. He says, hey, if you introduce my husband. He's there with me. So oh, Professor Mrs., we thank you so much for this engagement. It's very educative and very incisive. We thank you so much, Mr. Samoa, Planning Department. Adebakwaka, public education. A lot of people who do not know what they're doing might be wrong. And yes, so you be a program be a brano mobaba no machine nema be a maye and in nema a session so especially okay my friend look and see.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. We're taking a short break. We'll be right back right here on Pure 95.7.
Darling.
Yes.
Ye be didn't make angel cola.